So we're back out in Wasdale and we're heading up to Napes Needle. Now I've come to Wasdale for about 5 years now, every year without fail, and every year I've wanted to go to Napes Needle. Now I've been up on Great Gable a few times, and that's just under 900 metres and it's behind me there. So if any of you guys know much about climbing, Napes Needle is a bit of a legendary climb. It's shaped a bit like a needle. That first little climb definitely warms you up, but got some fantastic views. So behind me we've got Great Gable, and behind that summit you've got Scrambling Pike. So the route I'm going up at the moment is it heads towards Stide Tarn. Then if you go right there you could go across the corridor route, which is across the fell there. But where we're heading is the climbing traverse. So behind me we've got Great Gable, all these rocky outcrops, that's what I'm following when I get to the top here. And the rocks in the background we've got Napes Needle. Now when I woke up this morning, it was really claggy up on the hills and I was like in two minds whether I should do it, because there's no point coming up if you can't see any views, in my opinion, especially if you've done it before. But I went back to bed for another hour and I got up. I've got fantastic views. So the other times when I went up onto Great Gable, there were no views at all, so I could have been anywhere. When I went onto Cape Fell, there were views. You could see it at some at Great Gable, but that was a different day. But it should be a good one today. The rocks dried out really well. See how much rain we had. If you follow me on Instagram, you might see some swimming I've been doing, wild swimming, and you'll be able to see how bad the rivers were bulging just because of that rain. But yeah, it's dried out today pretty good. So I've just come off the main tourist path really up onto Stide. Wind's picked up a little bit, I don't know whether you can hear, but you can see this is where it gets serious. So if you're not confident over this sort of stuff, don't attempt it. But today conditions is as good as they're going to be. I'm well prepared, I've got stuff with me. I've got my approach shoes on as well, so you don't want to be doing it in trainers. So it should be a good one. I just got to keep my wits about me and make sure I'm paying attention where I'm going, stay on course. This is why it's definitely a one for decent conditions, because this is the path. I've got GPS on, I've got my map, but even with that you could quite easily miss this path route. I just had a little bit of a break, just got out wind a bit, because when you're exposed it is quite windy. So I'm going to put the camera away now, because obviously I've got a bit of a rocky traverse. I'll just show you. So I've just got to go down there around that rock, around onto some scree, and we'll see the rocks in the distance. But you can see the fantastic views we've got of Scrambling, poking out in the distance there. Poking out. See there, that's probably where a little sheep or something takes shelter. I've seen some sheep bones as well, so we've got a great cliff there. I bet a lot of people could try climbing there. So where we're heading now, we'll go across the scree up to the rocks just up there. So where the rocks up there, that's where Napes Needle is. So it's quite steep and rocky around here, so just got to take it easy underfoot. You can just see the path marked out there. That's why I say it's not a tourist path. And it's definitely not one for bad weather. I'm staying in the last cottage or the farm in Wasdale, so perfect location for a playing ground. Just go up there and we've got a big steep climb up onto Great Gable, Great Gable, sorry. should have a great view of the Scarfells in distance, and yeah, and Cape Fell looks pretty clear up there. There's some clouds forming in distance, but as long as I get off the mountain before late afternoon, which I will, I should have a fantastic view. Every so often you can just see these little cairns people have made just so you can follow the route. So we've got one there, one a bit further up. Even then, you do have to pay attention where you're going, because one small slip, it's a long way down there. This is an area you definitely don't want to slip down. Look, it's just going to go across there and bridge across, not too far from the rocky formation. So we can just see up there, Nape's Needle. Still not 100% sure whether I'm going to thread it, but we should see. Fantastic up to you. So we're going to head up and try and thread that needle. The reason they call it threading the needle is because obviously Nape's Needle looks a bit like a needle, and by going around the back of it, you're sort of threading it. Going a bit. Just gonna have a minute on this bar, bit of a rest. So going up and threading the needle. From the other side it went too greasy, but when I come to this side it's really slippy. It's because it's in the shadow and it's still not dry yet. Still got a bit of a climb to go down. So that's what I've come over. Obviously the needle's there, so just come over the other side. Just gotta go down here, down that scrambling. Now I'm in two minds whether to carry on up to the top of Great Gable, because I've done it a few times, because I've spent longer than I wanted to really on here taking some good photos. Well, I think good photos anyway. And my family's down in the cottage, don't want them worrying about me, and I want to do some wild swimming as well this afternoon. Well, I've got the sun, so we'll see. I'll get down here and we'll get across that scree, have a look at what's at. You can see right in the distance the tallest mountain in England, Scafell Pike. Got a clear summit today, but I think I'm going to head back down to the cottage. I've done what I've set out to do, super happy. Been wanting to do that one for years, to thread the needle. As I set off, I weren't sure whether conditions would be right. I've been a bit longer than I wanted to be, and I've set out to do Nape's Needle, and I've done it. Had a fantastic morning, but we are on a family holiday, so I do need to get back to them really. But the views today have been amazing. It was a bit sketchy in places, I must admit. On Nape's Needle I did get a bit worried, thought I might have been out my depth, but just took me time. Like I say, it's always better to have someone with you. Because I've come out on my own, make sure I've got the Ziola charged up. So basically what that does is enables me to have satellite communication if I haven't got like signal on my phone or anything. There's a subscription, but if you're out in these hills, you don't want to be alone. Carry one of these. just approaching down to the path between Great Gable and Kirkfell. This time last year I went up Kirkfell from the pub, the main pub, straight up the spur of it to the summit, and I ran back down here, so we're doing a fell run. Coming back down the path, down the shale, I fell, bent my poles, bruised my leg, and it just shows you how easy it is. I probably did the worst section of downhill. When I got to like the more tourist path, I slipped. That's why they say all the accidents tend to happen when you're coming down, when you're not paying attention as much. But yeah, it's been an epic little adventure, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to check my other ones out, subscribe, hit me with a comment, good or bad. But yeah, this is what it's about, getting outdoors, enjoy it.